Yo, what is up, crew? I hope that you are all well. In this next video, you are going to see a video testimonial from a near and dear friend and client named Larray. Now, he came to me years and years ago to work on his marriage, and what he noticed is there was much more to work on than just his marriage. The biggest lie that men tell themselves is that it is too late. It's too late to change who they are. It's too late to fix things. And it is too late to become the person that they always desired to become. If you want to hear his story and how he went from rock bottom of a dying and broken marriage to a thriving personal life, relationship, and fatherhood, then watch the upcoming clip. Now, this is a shortened version of his entire story, so I will preface that this is a shorter video, but enjoy, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Today I'm here hoping to be able to interview Joey Wilder. He is the creator, inventor, founder, you name it.
We have Joey Wilder, first time coming on the show.
But at that moment, I had a choice to make. I either hit this while it's hot, while people are hyped up about it, or kind of let it simmer out. And I've been told by many great mentors that it's all about the timing of things.
So what originally brought you?
Well, the original thing was a lot of problems in my marriage, right? It was gotten very toxic. There was no real communication happening. It was more like just shooting at each other, right? And it had been that way for years before I got enough pain and said, I've got to do something. I've got to do something. I thought maybe this is a possible solution. I'm willing to talk to them and see what happens.
What had you done before?
You know, try to muscle my way through it, right? Try to talk to friends of mine about it. And they would try to give me support. They would try to give me support, but it wasn't like they couldn't relate because they may be in a healthy or a fairly healthy relationship. So they weren't equipped. And of course tried marital counseling. And I think the therapist was a good therapist, but it just wasn't helping the dynamic. It wasn't giving me the tools that I got here. Let's see, I joined in January of 21. So this January will have been 2 years. So 20 months, 18 months, something like that.
What do you feel has changed in your marriage?
Everything. The whole dynamic changed. Now, it didn't happen overnight. First, I had to learn the tools. Then I had to actually apply them. And then I had to practice them because it takes a while for it to feel a little more natural. But once I started using the tools, the dynamic between my wife and I began to shift. And it went from toxic, like ridiculous teenage stuff, name calling, screaming, yelling. It went from that to all of a sudden, she was able to hear me and I was able to hear her. And then you start to build a little more compassion for each other and you get a little more understanding. And so that's when it really, when things completely shifted. Now today, is my marriage perfect? No, of course not. But there is empathy between us. There's a lot more love, not just demonstrated in words, but demonstrated in actions. But most of all, it's patience with each other. If I'm coming up a little short, not showing up well, she knows, be patient with me or say, hey, what's going on with you? What's coming up? And same for her. So it's changed the whole dynamic. I never thought that my marriage could get to where it is today because I was ready to divorce when I got here. This was my last ditch effort. If this didn't work, that's it, I'm done. I originally came from my marriage, but then what I realized was not so much about the marriage, it's about changing who I am. Changing who I am as a man, changing who I am as a person, showing up in a completely different way in all my relationships, business relationships, family, friends, all of it. And so specifically as a father, I begin to be more present, begin to show my children more empathy because I have adult children and I also still have a small child in the house. So I've got 4 kids. So it was important that I start stepping it up a little bit because My marital problems had consumed me so terribly that I really wasn't showing up as a father. So that has shifted. Everything I've tried on my own has not worked. Let me give this a shot. So what I would say is, make that leap. I promise you, you won't regret it. It's changed my life. You guys, I don't know how else to share it. I'll share it with you all. You saved my ass. It's not about my marriage as much as you saved me as a person. You gave me skills, abilities, ways of interacting that has revolutionized my whole life. It's changed my whole life. I'm a different person today than I was when I showed up at the doors, and I owe that to you guys. I owe that to you more than anybody, brother. You have saved me, Joey.
I hate the small talk. Please quit telling me about you.